y'all, Cherie here with Not Sure What's Cooking. Well, today I'm not going to be cooking anything. I am going to be making a no-bake dessert out of this cookbook that I've got. It's a no-bake banana Foster dessert. And it is so easy to make, quick, everything. I mean, it is just amazing. All right. Well, I tell you what, let's just get started here. Look at this. I am going to be taking a bite of it. Oh my gosh, this is a must dessert. You've got to try this one. But anyway, just come along with me and let's get started. All right, first of all, the recipe calls for a 12-ounce bag of just plain vanilla cream cookies. They have to be cream. That was a 25-ounce, so I just took half of it, of course. All right, put it in the blender. Then it calls for one cup of banana chips. So right here, we're just going to throw all that in there. Now what I'm going to do is just go ahead and blend this up. And it says to blend it up where it's coarse crumbs. All right, now after you've blended that and got it into those coarse crumbs, then it says just transfer it over to a bowl. Now just set that bowl aside. All right, it calls for 4 ripe bananas. What? Well, that was real good. Did you see that? All right. Well, try not to drop them on the floor like I just did. But anyway, go ahead and put those in there. Break them up and put them in there. Try not to get any of that stringy stuff. All right, now it calls for 1/3 of a cup of coconut sugar. It says that you can use regular sugar if you don't have any coconut sugar. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and pour that in there. Now it calls for 4 cups of cottage cheese. All right, after you get that in there, it calls for 1 teaspoon of vanilla, but I don't have any, so I'm not putting it in there. But anyway, go ahead and blend this up real good. All right, get you an 11 by 7 inch pan. Mine is a 11 by 8. It's the only one I have, so I don't have one that big, that small. But anyway, get you one of those, and then you're going to start pouring some of that in here, just where it kind of, kind of covers the bottom. I'm going to taste it. It looks really good. Oh my gosh, that is good. All right, and then just take the back of a spoon or a cake spreader, whatever. Just take something and start spreading it. Okay, I don't think I have that thick enough, so I'm going to pour some more in there. I just did it because I wanted to taste it again. All right, just spread that evenly on the bottom. All right, now you're going to take some of that cookie crumb and you're going to just kind of spread it and make it kind of thick on there. I guess this is like a crust on it. All right. Now just kind of pat it down a little bit. Now it calls for salted caramel. So I've got this kind. So I'm just going to use this. This is a sea salt one, which is really good. Have y'all had this before? It's really, really good. All right. Then it says just kind of drizzle some on there. All right, after you've done that, then it says to pour some more of that yummy, creamy stuff on there. So just pour some on. I hope I'm doing this right. It's kind of looking like the layers almost. All right, and then you just repeat yourself by putting some more of this on there. If you don't drop it all on the floor or the stove. All right. Now take some more of that caramel. All right, now I'm going to use the rest of it. I hope it's enough to cover it. If it's not, it don't matter, I guess. At least I hope not. All right, I'm going to try to get all of it out of there. All right, now I'm just going to use the rest of those crumbs and just put on top as much as I can. All right, the rest of the caramel, I'm going to drizzle on there. All right, now it doesn't call for this, but I'm just going to take some of those banana pieces, the dried banana pieces, and then just kind of layer on top, I guess just to decorate it a little bit. Looks good just like it is. Now, after you do, and this is optional, you don't have to do this because the recipe don't even call for it. But anyway, after you do this, then what you do is you put it in the freezer for anywhere from 10, not 10, anywhere from 6 to 9 hours, and make sure that it's frozen is what the recipe's calling for. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. And just remember, if you believe it, you can make this. And until next time, be blessed and safe. Bye, y'all.